Welcome to Heroes 2, the making of the game. My name is Vanesa Pizzuto, and today we are talking to Jefferson Nascimento about what happens behind the scenes, how we make a game like Heroes 2. Welcome, Jeff. It's a privilege to have you with us today.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Vanessa.
So, Jeff, I know you. You are my friend and kind of my boss as well. But for the rest of for the rest of us, do tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Well, my name is Jeff. I'm from Brazil originally, but I have lived in Dublin. I have lived in UK when I met you, and right now I'm living in Portugal. I have graduation in social communication, now doing a master's in design communication.
All right. So, a media person. Very good. Tell me, how did you get involved with Heroes? How did you meet Sam? How did he invite you into this project?
Well, actually, that's a nice story. I met Sam a couple of years ago when I was in Ireland. So the Brazilian community there, we organized a camp, and Sam was the preacher. He was the speaker invited to talk to us over that weekend. And I was very touched for the message he was sharing. And I went to talk to him on Saturday night. And then I asked, the conversation went well, and he was like, "What about you? What do you do?" I said, like, "Well, I work with advertising and social media." He was like, "I need someone like that to work with me in a project. What do you think to move to London with me? Like, are you serious?" So like, yes, yes. And so I did. I moved to Watford, to be more precise, to work with Sun in a project. But when I arrived there, Sun was invited to go to America to the general conference. So the project, it didn't happen, but we still have like some time to work together for about 3-4 months. We developed a good friendship. I really learned a lot with Sam, and that's when I started to talk about Heroes 2, because he has already released Heroes 1 at that time. Was already a great success, a lot of people talking about, and then we start to work on Heroes 2. Um, but I really think that the moment that I kind of got in my path to join the project was when he looked at me and said, like, "What do you think about my game?" I
Oh,
was
what
like,
did you say?
it was like, I like it. It's unique. It's the first one. It's like, it's amazing that you come up with this project, but I have some improvements if you don't mind.
So, what were your
so
suggestions?
so I don't know for if you would watch me, or if you, Vanessa, if you remember of the Heroes, the first game, and it was like amazing to see the characters in that style and the comic style, and the questions come up. But after you play a while, I was like, it's missing like a storytelling here, you know? So I
Mm.
have the questions here, I can answer, but after 6 seconds, if I'm not good enough, I cannot play. I'm not engaged with that enough. So he showed me about a little bit about the Heroes 2, his vision. That was like about 6 years ago. Um, and I think I was like, I think we can create like a path here, a map. So instead of like just random questions that you choose your heroes, why not we start with from the beginning, like with Adam and Eve, and then we finish with the last hero, so we can like give the directions to each player, how they can not just like do random questions, but they have to unlock the story, and that way they can go from Genesis all the way to the end of the Bible. And that's how it is in the Heroes 2. So I'm very, very happy that the idea moved forward. It became even better with the other the team members when they shaped the idea. And I'm just like very happy to be part of this project.
So, you incorporated this storytelling movement that goes from the beginning of the book, from Genesis all the way to Revelation. I like that. But of course, not all the heroes of the Bible are already in the game. What's going to happen when we incorporate, when it comes to Heroes 3 and we incorporate some new heroes? What's going to happen then?
Well, so we have like amazing vision for heroes, you know. The idea is great, is big, is bold, and the team is working to give the best. So I'm really happy with what we have right now. There are 12 heroes, so you can go to the website. You see that you have Adam and Eve, we have Noah, and you go to Moses and Joseph, and you continue go and move forward all the way to John, the son of thunder. But we don't want to stay only with 12 heroes. We want to improve and create more heroes. But it takes a lot of time. I'm gonna tell you, like it takes a lot of time to design, to develop them in 3D, to do the animations inside of the game. Like I didn't have much idea like how much work it takes for each character in the game to be ready. But we want to bring even this year yet in 2021, we want to create the two new heroes, incorporate new questions. We want to bring them inside of the game. We want to explore new heroes, bring new characters in a way that you could learn literally through, from the beginning of the Bible to the end with the heroes and with the journey.
So they will be built into that story. They will fit in the right place as the heroes.
Yes.
I wonder also, we now get to read the background story of each hero. Is this also connected with the idea of telling a full story?
Yes, exactly. Because we assume sometimes that everyone knows the stories of the heroes, of the characters of the Bible. And perhaps I have heard about them. Perhaps I know that Adam and Eve was the first couple and they were living in the Garden of Eden, but we don't know like what exactly happened there, you know? So we want to encourage people to not just play for fun, but to learn, to get motivated to go back to the Bible, because inside of the game you have a resume, just a short storytelling of that. But we want to go like, okay, I want to know more about this hero. I want to know more about this story and the stories around them. So even if you finish the game right now, once we release, you finish all of the 12 heroes, and then we release a new hero, you can go back and you can play again, and then you have to unlock new heroes, gonna have more questions, so the game can always continue improve, and it's also something new that we can develop inside.
It will continue to grow. And also, having the opportunity to read the background story helps you to play better, because then you know
Oh, definitely.
and you get better scores. So, Jeff, this is how you got into the project. What are you doing now at the moment? What's your role?
Yeah, so after that period, because I said that conversation happened like about 6 years ago. And then when the project returned and we started to work on it, I was invited by Sam to work as the social media and the marketing director for the project. So I was doing this plan and this and that, but then at that point, Arnaldo, he was the project manager, and I was only take care of this part. But then the project started to escalate and get bigger, and then we say, Jeff, would you like to be the project manager? And I have to be honest, I hesitate a little bit because I was like, wow, yes, I want that. But it was like, am I be capable to do this job? You know, it's like such a challenge. But I was like, you know, I'm gonna regret if I say no and say yes. And then I start to work with Arnaldo in the beginning to learn the process, to get to know the team and all the other areas that I was not involved in the beginning, that is beyond market, beyond social media. And right now I'm the project manager for Heroes. So we have like three big areas in the game. We have the development, we have art, creative design, we have the market people. We have more than 20 people work on this project from 8 different countries. And I needed to be connected with all of them, for each of them be doing the work and doing the best to create the ultimate best trivia game ever.
People from all over the world, including me here. There's a team in Venezuela. There's a team in the Philippines, Ukraine.
Yeah.
I can't quite remember the rest, but there's people all
We have in
over.
America, we have in
Yes.
Brazil, me in Portugal. We
Yes.
have someone from Pakistan that is working our
Oh,
team
wow.
as well. So yes, it's just
All
fantastic.
across. Yes, absolutely. So, Jeff, what would you say is the best part of the job, and what is the most challenging part of the job?
Oh, that's a good question. So, I really enjoy just being part of an amazing project that is not only about the game itself, but is in a way that we can engage and motivate people to then to get to know about the heroes, the stories of the Bible. That even if you're not a Christian, you still can learn with those stories. There are so many amazing stories that we can learn with those guys. And I think that's my favorite part, is to help this process and to build bridges that will take like not only the young generation that we know is our prime goal, but like all generations can play this game and they can be together enjoying challenge and learning more about the heroes of the Bible. But the challenge part, I think, is uh, I would say that we have like such a large team, and is developing game is not easy as it sounds. It's not as fun as it sounds, because you have to keep testing and testing the same thing, and it's like a continual process to always get better. That is, it looks like sometimes 24 hours of the day is not enough. I think the challenge is to do our best in a really short time with a small team, because if you compare with big companies, big games out there, they have a lot of money to create games, and that's not our case, and we're not going to make money because the game is free. So our purpose is a different one, is a bigger one, but that is the challenge, to find like the best people to work together with us in these situations.
Good answer. Good answer. And I want to know what's coming next. What's the dream? What's happening with Heroes 3? What's the picture and the vision for the future?
Well, so before Heroes 3, we really want to take Heroes 2 even for a better level, a higher level, So we are already working with the designs to create, because today we have the single player and we have the multiplayer. But we are working to create events inside of this app. So we are designing the screens and created the logistic and the game design, how will it work for the player, etc. Because we want to release very, very soon in a way that people can play as a team. So I can ask you to join me. We're going to be a team of like two, three, or four people, and
A
we can like face
competition.
another people competition, but like in a
Oh, I
fun
like
way. We
that.
don't want to
I like that.
as like
Yeah.
e-games, which is like a big thing out there. So we
It
can
could
have
be
people
church
competing
playing
in
together.
national.
Yeah. Oh, I like
Yes, we can have like
that.
a church play together, church play against another church. We can have national competitions, and why not? We can have a global heroes competition. You can
Oh,
be, doesn't
yeah.
matter where in the world you are. You can come and play with your friends, and like the idea is amazing. So that will be available very, very soon.
Wait, question. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in theory, I could compete with someone who speaks another language, even answering the same questions. He or she would have it in his language and I have it in mine. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's good.
The only thing is right now we have four languages available. So I know
Yes,
that
yes.
you are from Argentina, and I'm from Brazil. So I could be playing in Portuguese, and I send you the challenge. And if your phone is set as Spanish, you're gonna play the same challenge in Spanish.
In
If it's
Spanish.
set in English, you're gonna play in English, and if it's in French, you're gonna play in French. And we have these four languages ready right now as the launch of the game, but we are working with amazing volunteers that are part to grow even more. We are
Mm.
working right now in 6 languages, but the goal is to have the game translated to third languages.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so that's what's coming up. That's what's coming up for Heroes. I have one last question for you then,
Sure.
as we wrap up. What would be the one message that you want to leave with people about Heroes? What's in your heart about this game? I know it's a job, but it's also a passion. So, what would be the one sentence that summarizes how you feel and what you believe about this game?
We have seen the cinema, the games, everyone talk about the heroes. It's like movies and series and etc. But I think the first thing is to remember who are the true heroes. It's not the one that has the superpowers, but it's the common people that by the Spirit of God allow and is transformed and change us, and we can be heroes as well. We can do amazing things through God. But I want to see a generation, because people are very proud to say, I'm team DC, I'm team Marvel, and wear the shirts and everything else, to be talking about the games, about the movies. I want to see people talking about this game. I want to see people talking about the heroes from the Bible and the stories, how transform their lives, and to be part of a heroes generation. I think that's something that really motivates me, and I would love to see this come up through with everyone joined together as a big generation.
I love that, Jeff. A generation of heroes, of people who understand that you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have superpowers to be a hero. What you need to do is hear the call of God and answer, because He is the one with the power to make you a superhero. Thank you so much, Jeff. It has been an honor and a pleasure to talk to you today.
A pleasure was mine, and very thankful, Vanessa, for you, for all the work you do for us as well, part of the team, and the amazing team of heroes that is behind the scenes as well, making this game be possible, making these videos to be possible. So thank you very much, each of you, and thank you to you that is going to download the game. You can be an ambassador of the game and can help us to promote not the game, but the message that the game has.
Thank you.